Okay, folks, good morning. Haven't been live for a while, and we're still not live, but yeah, here we go with some morning thoughts, all right? Now, the first one of these thoughts is just trivia, okay? It doesn't mean anything to anybody unless it means something to somebody. Okay, ladies, stop wearing yoga pants in public. I don't need to see your cooter. I don't need to see it. Can't we put some pants on? I mean, you going to the gym or something, okay, I reckon, but doggone it, man. I mean, I am so tired of seeing 50-year-old women go to the grocery store, right?
Yeah, you
Ah, come
you
on.
gotta put something underneath. Nobody wants to see that.
And look, I'm just saying, some of y'all, you can see right through that stuff to your doggone Winnie the Pooh underwear. I don't need to see that either.
Come on. Put some blue jeans on, t-shirt. Who would have thought that blue jeans would be the epitome of class anymore? Put some blue jeans on,
good Lord.
ladies.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, we couldn't even wear blue jeans to school.
Blue jeans was not something I wore when I was a
We had to wear leather shoes to school and real dress pants and a button-up shirt. I remember, right?
I wore a uniform skirt.
Woo.
Yeah. But no, look, it's become a trend. I understand they're comfortable, they're flexible. You can just throw them on and go about your day, but they reveal too much. I seen this lady at the gym. She was wearing, well, you could tell that she was wearing leggings or sweatpants, or what do they call it, yoga pants?
Yogi pants,
and she
I guess,
had a skirt on top of them.
Oh, that's classy.
So that was nice.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
I'll copy that style.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, think about it, ladies. Yeah. You don't want to see me wearing a Speedo to the grocery store. I don't want to see that either. Especially when I'm with my children, okay? It's kind of nasty.
Tell your ladies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. It cannot be comfortable with it shoved up the crack of your ass like that. I'm just saying. I mean, my underwear gets stuck up my butt sometimes when I'm working out in the yard. I got to reach back there and pull them out. It ain't comfortable.
I don't get those G-strings.
Anyway, today's subject is Robin Hood. Thank you, Democrats.
What's Robin Hood?
Well, Donald Trump is Robin Hood right now.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have turned, I don't know what you'd call him. You have turned a mildly annoying Republican candidate, okay? Now you got to admit, by every measurable means, he was a really good president, okay? He was. By every means that you can measure, Donald Trump, unfortunately, was probably one of the better presidents that we've ever had in this country. All right. Now, you people came to power with the idea of destroying everything he did. All right. And that put the country into the situation we are in right now. You allowed 10 million people into the country. I am quite sure there's a very large portion of terrorists that came in. And YouTube, this is my opinion, okay? And we all know what's happening in an election year. YouTube is going to show their colors, and they're going to start editing and deleting and censoring. And that's the point of this video. You guys have gone after Trump using the legal system in a way I've never seen before. You have made the vast majority of people in this country despise the Democratic Party. You have turned Donald Trump into Robin Hood. Two things is going to lose the popular vote for the Democrats. Actually, three things. What's going to lose the popular vote for them was absolutely the way they treated Trump, okay? Censorship. And what is the third thing? You have shown us beyond a shadow of a doubt that there's a two-tiered justice system now. All right? People don't like that. from what I understand, you've lost like 25 to 35% of the black vote. That's unheard of. No Democrat can win the White House unless they cheat. Like there's probably a good chance that we're going to have a repeat of 2020 where it looks fishy, where you lost the confidence in the people was you wouldn't investigate it. Okay. Now, I'm just saying, you've turned this man into such a hero right now. There is not one person that I have met, and I don't live in a big city, so I am not brainwashed. Okay, I don't consume the Kool-Aid. I live in the country, and I don't watch the mainstream media because I know everything on the mainstream media is a lie and an opinion piece. You guys took over the schools to educate children in nonsense, and that's backfiring. So, I mean, we are in a pickle here. And, I think the mainstream media, even Elon Musk and his X platform, no. Transgender people can get on there with any hate they want to spewed out. And if you say anything, hello, feller, if you say anything, you're the one that gets banned for hate speech. So,
exactly.
Yeah. But thank you so much. Now we have a Robin Hood, and his name is Donald Trump.
You need to be careful always with attacking people, that you make them a martyr instead of making them bringing out their faults. Is Donald Trump a perfect human being? Absolutely not. He is boring.
Oof.
Boring.
Monotone voice.
I can't stand listening to him talk. But the economy, definitely, we didn't have this sort of inflation. I could get a dozen eggs for about $1.
Yeah.
Now, a dozen eggs is
99 cents they were, and the good eggs were $1.29.
But not anymore. I mean, you can't get a dozen eggs for $1. $1 would be nice.
It's like $3.
Yeah, last time I got, it was 3 something for 18. So it's not even, So no, look, friends, you can lie to yourself all you want. The fact of the matter is, even if we had no one else to vote for, I mean, you still would have to vote for Trump, because at this point, at least you have a record.
Yeah. You have 4 years of Joe Biden, and we've seen what he's done to the economy.
You want another 4 of that?
Yeah. And you have 4 years of good housing market, people buying houses, really good economy, cheap gasoline, cheap groceries. I mean, you have a record to look at.
The thing is, I think that they have, the education system has indoctrinated, brainwashed our kids to think that the running a country is all about social issues.
And it's not.
It really isn't. That comes down to your local people.
That was good.
It's not about social issues. It's all about the economy and how we manage the economy in this country, and because it's a trickle down effect. Okay, if, let's say, this household doesn't have to pay a lot in taxes, we can afford to feed our family for less, we can afford to pay our bills for less, then we have a surplus that we can
put in the economy.
Back in the economy, right. Back to help the people that can't help themselves.
Correct.
To help the poor, the homeless, the fatherless, the orphans, the widows, and all that. But if you make it so that the people that would help are barely getting by, there's nothing left to help with.
This is the first year in the last 4 or 5 years that I usually plant an acre of crops, and we keep what we need, and I give a vast amount away. All right. This year, I've had some medical issues, but that's not the main point. This year, I couldn't afford to do that. So think about it. I can't afford to help my neighbors.
That's right.
All right. That's Joe Biden's economy. And it's not a nice place to be. All right. And here's the whole thing. I don't want to finance foreign wars. And look, stop. I'm an old man. You people have been taught, and this is just this whole thing with the Ukraine. This is just a rehash of the domino theory. And we absolutely know the domino theory is not true. All right. You got to understand is what is it? Lockheed Martin, $64 billion in profit. All right. This is the industrial war complex. Here's two simple facts. There's no money in peace, and there's absolutely no money in healthy people. It's time that people wake up, turn off that mainstream media news, all right? When you're censored, speak louder, all right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But you got to understand for the money that we've spent on the Ukraine, not just hunger in the U.S. and homelessness in the U.S., but for the money we have sent to Israel and the money that we have spent to the Ukraine, we could have ended homelessness in the United States and ended world hunger. World hunger. Not just here in the U.S. Why is it so important? And look, I'm telling you, it's my opinion. Ukraine cannot win this war unless they get more ground troops. Now, all their young people, or most of them, are dead. They're putting women in the field right now, okay? So where are those troops going to come from, Joe Biden? All right?
Yeah, they're going to want to
So,
sacrifice
yeah.
our boys, and that's not okay.
And this is stupid. Here's the whole thing. It's common sense. I don't blame Putin. He doesn't want NATO sitting on his border, and I'll tell you why. When the Soviet Union fell, he went to Bill Clinton, president at the time. He asked Bill Clinton, he says, I want to join NATO. He says, well, I have to get back to you on that. About a week later, he calls Putin and he says, absolutely no way can you join NATO. So Putin understood right there, it's you against us.
That's right.
So why would I want NATO sitting on my border? Now, I'm not a Putin fan, but I got to tell you, the world right now is backwards. And we have a population that was educated in a sick, corrupt school system that is not smart enough to do any research. And God knows Google, YouTube, you guys make it real hard to find the truth. Okay?
The thing about the algorithms with the YouTubes and the things is that it's designed to feed you what will trigger you. Okay, so if you watch a video about something, they will that would,
oh, you like that?
You like that? You'll get that, and your feed will be that.
Yep.
Second, the other problem that we have as human is that we have what is called confirmational bias.
Yeah.
We look for the information that confirms our own information.
Correct.
Okay, our own biases. So if I Google something and the first article that comes up confirms what I believe, that's it. I'm good. Yeah. But one thing I'll just real quick, we study the Bible a lot, and one of the things, yeah. So one of the things that happens, we have a certain set of beliefs and theology that differs a lot from the theology of your typical evangelical church in this country. Now, what we do, we could go through and find every single article, every single pastor that agrees with everything we say.
Yeah, we could.
That we believe.
But we don't.
What we try to do is find the things that challenge our views and try to have an open mind about it and say, okay, this person says something completely different than what I believe. Okay, let me find out why he says that. And, 9 out of 10 times, we always come out with like, he doesn't know scripture. But this should be your thing every time. Okay, somebody says Putin and Russia are terrible and they have all these biases against, make it so that you feel like if Russia wins, the world is going to end. Right. Why? Question that.
It never has. That's the domino theory.
Yeah,
it never has.
Yeah.
But I enjoy listening to people that I disagree with because I'm open-minded. Yeah, change my mind. All right? Let me tell you something. Especially when they sit down there and they talk about, especially these movie stars. I mean, come on, man. Half of these people are 6 months out to trailer park. All right? These are not intelligent people for the most part. And they come up there and they start supporting Biden, and it's all nonsense. Wealthy people are Democrats, and wealthy people don't care how much gas is. They do not care how much groceries are because they're wealthy. They're not gonna suffer. Now, you get these people out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they get out there and they have a following, and they come out with a stupid opinion, and you get people that don't know any better and can't. The problem with the education system is you're raising people, generations of people that don't know the difference between the truth and an opinion. And it's very hard for these kids to understand the truth. To them, the truth is hate. Why is that? Because the Democrats invented this thing. Oh, that's hate speech. No, it's not. All speech, all uncensored speech should make you uncomfortable, okay? But you cannot allow, especially now, all these chemicals they're putting into these people, right? I mean, yeah, whenever there's a church shooting or a school shooting anymore, I mean, you got an 80% chance that it's a transgender dude.
The problem is you have someone that's already mentally unstable.
Right.
And then you pump them full of drugs and all this stuff. You're creating a human bomb, you guys.
But that's
besides the point, I mean, but even at that, okay, I don't think that we have treated. We have. Okay, this is gonna. If you, I mean, obviously, if you're watching this channel, you're probably a Christian human being.
Ow, doggone it!
But I believe that we have really done a disservice to our brethren, sisters.
Yes.
To the children that are transgender, they're gay, that they're homosexuals, all this stuff. We have done as Christians a disservice to them. We tell them that they're going to go to hell if they don't change their way, and we're better than them. And
we're not supposed to hate anybody, people. Come on.
And it's been hateful. The church has been really hateful towards transgender people. And I know there are some weirdos out there. They need to be put away in a prison because they are targeting our children.
Correct.
But I tell you, the reason Dylan Mulvaney became Dylan Mulvaney is because the conservative people couldn't wait to talk about him. They wanted to disturb him.
Gave him the microphone.
They gave him the microphone all the time. If there's a transgender person out there that says something crazy, it's everywhere. You watch.
Don't give them the microphone because they sure as hell, excuse my language, but they sure as hell won't give you the microphone, okay?
That's right.
And therein lies your problem. You give these people the microphone when you shouldn't.
Yeah, so it's just crazy. We feed on that the craziness of the world, and so the more you saw that.
I saw a flash of something. Yeah. Okay. What was that?
I have no idea. It's not thundering.
Meteor.
It's the end. Okay.
Anyway. It's the end, folks.
Anyway, so the whole point is, you can tell yourself all you want, but we are the ones that the way the things are now, we are the ones, all of us, that decide what plays on our televisions. We decide what plays on our computers. We decide what is on our social media and all of this stuff, because we have control over it. You have this thing called enough button you can use.
Absolutely.
And then but
everybody,
look, we're we are going to be dying entertained.
This will probably be the roughest, okay? Absolutely the roughest election in history. I have no idea what's going to happen, okay? My personal opinion is I absolutely cannot see the Democrats coming out of their convention with Joe Biden as a candidate. Okay, I absolutely can't see that. It's going to be dirty and it's going to be nasty. Censorship is going to be rampant. All right, there are platforms out there where you can get the truth. All right, now, unfortunately, there's people on the right that are nut jobs, just like the left is nut jobs too. Your absolute best example of just how nasty the left can be is this whole Kavanaugh thing. Okay, they had already had the confirmation hearings. There was absolutely no evidence whatsoever. She refused to press charges at the time, and she refused to press charges when they asked her to during this witch hunt they had. According to her friends, this woman never met Justice Kavanaugh. They never met Justice Kavanaugh. Yet the Democrats went after him and tried to destroy his family. The same thing with this E. Carroll thing. I have a copy of the jury poll sheet. They all found him not guilty of raping her. What they found him guilty of was hurting her feelings when he said he didn't rape her. All right? Now, about 15 minutes of research, and you would see just what kind of woman this E. Carroll is. It's not an imagination. I mean, she's a pretty, in my opinion, she's a pretty sick individual. Yeah. But you're going to get more and more of this disinformation. The mainstream media is full of crap. Nothing, they're an opinion. They're not news. News, weather, sports, and events, right? And it's just, who decides what they're going to say? Well, they do. Everything they give you is an opinion. It is not news. And a lot of times it's not even true.
Yeah.
Which brings you back to the yoga pants. Ladies, look in a mirror. What you think is there, it's not real.
I think most people have a little bit of body dysmorphia.
I think so.
It's kind of hard to look at yourself and be an honest judge. And, the last thing your husband wants to tell you is you look terrible.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you gotta. I made a huge mistake one time, okay? You'll love this. My wife was ready to pop, 9 months pregnant and a couple of days, I believe, ready to have her first child, or our first child, I should say. And she puts on this big old purple muumuu. It was a dress, and she couldn't wear shoes with it to go to work, so she had to wear very loose tennis shoes. And she says, "Honey, does this dress make me look fat?" And I'm like, "Why, no, honey, it doesn't, because I'm a guy. I don't want to go down that road, right?"
Right.
And she went to school, or not school, sorry, but she went to work, and everybody at work called you what?
The purple people eater. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, she came home. She was so mad at me. "Why didn't you tell me?"
Yeah, your spouse is supposed to tell you these things. Although, I get it. But look,
yeah,
we have a generation that has been completely twisted.
I'm just tired of everybody talking about the homeless, the hungry. We have the power to fix this, but not if we keep sending money overseas. I don't care.
I've been reading this. This is how you have to have a discerning mind, and there is a lot of academics right now. They're writing a lot of things about the Bible and all this stuff. They're very well informed on the historical background of the Bible and things like that. And I'm learning a lot, but you have to remember to not to take what they have, and leave the socialist things behind.
Right.
Very educated people have the bad habit of have very socialistic ideas. So this one lady I follow, she's all for, they see the problem of immigration as comparative to the issues in the Bible about bringing in the people, the poor people, and you help them and all this stuff. And to a certain extent, they're correct. You're supposed to help others. What they don't understand is a lot of the times the people that come here, they come from countries. So I would say Venezuela, Guatemala, Nicaragua, all these places.
Africa, China,
whatever. Okay.
Yeah, Afghanistan now. Oh my God,
you
everywhere.
have thousands of people coming into the country, or hundreds of thousands of people coming into the country. And for one reason or another, what you need to wonder is how come these people are here, knocking at our door, but there's millions and millions of people that are left behind, that are making a living, they're happy where they are, they're content, there's no problem. So why are they here? Okay, why are they here? So I mean, when I came to this country with my mom, we came through the border entry. We had our passports, we had everything to prove who we were and where we came from.
That's right.
We didn't sneak across anything, and our own intention was to work and make a living. So all that to say is, just because someone really, really educated out there has this really important opinion, and you think, oh, she should know. Even people that I respect a lot, they have a lot of knowledge when it comes to the Bible, a lot of knowledge when it comes to all these other things. People that are highly educated have this weird tendency to have the socialist thing. Right. And I will tell you one thing from scripture. Okay, those cities had walls around them.
Yes.
For a reason.
For a real good reason.
Okay, there's a reason God said, you build your house with a wall around it.
But look, arguing with someone on the left is ridiculous, and I'll tell you why. And I've picked up on this just lately within the last, say, year, okay? The truth is not the truth if they disagree with it, okay? They're like children. No. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. If they don't agree with it, it's not true. That's the product of our education system. Now, here in Texas, we're in the process of shucking the federal government from our school system, all right? Because there has to be the truth, there has to be right, and there has to be wrong, or civilization cannot exist. And that's the fundamental truth. It's either God or anarchy. Anarchy leads to destruction. Without God, you have no moral values. Without moral values, civilization cannot exist. It's that simple.
Let me tell you, okay, in the industry where I work, there was ask yourself, how many people do you know that went to college are working in the same industry that they went to study for? Hardly anybody, unless it was a very specific thing.
I'm not an anthropologist.
I worked.
That's what I studied.
I worked in an office with 3 ladies. One of them went to college. 2 of them didn't. 2 of them went to college. 1 of them didn't. None of them were working in the field that they study, and all 3 of them were working in the same field that they. He cut me off mid-sentence.
Sorry about that, but we was fixing to run out of time. All right, so, go get them, honey.
Like I said, I worked in this office with 3 ladies. The one, when 2 of them went to college, they spent a lot of money going to school. They had their student loans and everything. And the one lady that didn't go to college barely graduated high school, and he had a really weird background of cholos, if you know what I mean, gang banging, that sort of thing, and all of them. First of all, the 2 ladies that went to college were not ever working in the field that they went to college for. That's one. And the two ladies they all 3 of them where I worked did the same thing.
Same job.
Exact same job. So all that to say is that you can go to college and do the long route, or you can just jump into the workforce and get on it and get the education as you went along. I did that.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of sort of studied in Mexico, but when I got here, I was flipping burgers and doing dishes and things like that, and
whatever I had to do to feed myself.
Yeah, and then I started working in an office, and I realized, oh no, the biggest. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this: the biggest favor anybody ever did to me was give me back my resume. I went to this place to get a job, a temp agency for an office, and the lady looked at my resume and looked at my things, and she said, "You need to get more education," and gave me back my resume, which was good because I went to school and I learned a little bit more of, the Excels and the words and all that. But I just jumped onto the workforce, and you start to get more and more education. You as you go along, you learn what to do, and then you know what you need to educate yourself in. Over the years, I've gone back to school here and there to further the things that I needed to learn for my job.
Yeah.
But if you waste money on your college education, and this is why college didn't work for me.
There aren't enough jobs to sustain this. What you have to this is a scam and you don't understand it. You're getting free college. Well, yeah, but you're getting free college in a worthless field for the most parts that you're not going to get a good job doing. Now, what you don't understand is that free college is going to cost you for the rest of your lives. It's not free. Citizens pay for college. They pay for this out of their taxes. What you don't understand is someday you're going to get a job flipping burgers and you're going to be paying for some other poor schmuck to go to college and study something equally as worthless as what you studied. So you're paying for it, just not right now.
And I tell you, when I went to college at the very beginning, right? I took my first semester. Okay, I had to take an English class, a math class. I mean, I had already done all of that, and then I had to take a social whatever studies class and all of that, and one single accounting class. My whole curriculum was tied up on dumb things that I didn't need, and I could say, "Well, why am I studying this? I just want to be an accountant. I want to do my accounting classes." It was a waste of time and effort.
Right.
Then I just went to a community college and I got all the classes that I needed, the year of accounting and things like that, and that got me started on it. But the thing is, the this the education system is so bloated with unreasonable and unnecessary things that they give our kids. Now, I do know this one system, like what was it? Those online universities, whatever, the University of Phoenix. They had some sort of problem with the nursing stuff, but
it was with the whole program. They were sending the people that were supposed to be nurses to daycare centers and calling that time in a hospital. Yeah.
Well, I do. I don't, and that's true. But there was the accounting side of it, right? Yeah. There was this one lady I knew. It was expensive, guys. It was very expensive, like $500 a unit or something insane like that. But in 2 years, she got her accounting degree, BA, and all of this stuff, and she didn't have to waste time with dumb classes.
And she got a job.
And she got her job. She got her promotion.
It's
all a system.
Here's the problem with these kids going to college right now. I hate to cut you off, but it has to do with character. Okay. First of all, you have gone to college and you've studied something pretty much useless. Okay. That's bad enough when you hit the workforce. I hired people that went to college for silly things, and they gave me a good answer why they did it. But now you have the problem where it's truly showing your character. I paid my school loans off. My wife paid her school loans off. Matter of fact, I paid my school loans off twice because I had to go back to college. But now you're coupling this with what shows your true character. Okay, one thing, you've gone to college and they've turned you woke, studying ridiculous things. 2, you refuse to pay your school loans off and you're looking for freebies. Now, you come in and fill out an application at my company, and I look at this and I interview you. You scare the heck out of me. All right? I already know you're woke. You're going to cause trouble with regular working people. All right? You don't have any skills that I can use. And now I've got a moral judgment against you because you didn't pay your school loans back. How can I trust you around equipment, machinery, and money that I own?
That's right.
I can't.
Right. Let me tell you, and the same thing kind of happened to our boy. Our oldest boy, he enrolled in college.
We pushed him too hard.
Point is, he enrolled in college for accounting, right? He had 5 classes. None of them, except for one, had something to do with accounting. Why does an accounting major need any of that other crap?
Correct.
Okay, so that said, done. He decided this is not for me. Fine. Wrapped out. He's working. He worked for a couple years, and then he decided, okay, it's time for me to do something. So he along with our other second boy decided to go back to community college or whatever you call it and get a certificate or whatever.
Right.
Their program is designed to get them ready for the workforce. So there's no fluff. Okay?
Right.
There's no fluff around it. All they do is work on the stuff that will prepare them for that particular line of work and nothing else. No woke agenda behind it.
None.
No socialist agenda behind it. Let's just teach you how to do this job and go. You know? So that's what we need in our colleges. In our schools. A job that can college education that can prepare our children for the workforce. Not prepare our kids for more and more woke teachers. You know what I mean? Because a socialist school, social issues classes prepare other teachers to teach other kids other social issues, and it's becoming a chain reaction where we have woke teachers making more woke teachers, and
everybody.
It's time to end it.
Everybody, or not everybody, but these college kids now, I listen to them, I've talked to them. They have unrealistic expectations in life. All right. When I was a kid, we used to have a saying. I mean, don't you women? I'm talking to the grown-ups right now. Didn't you teach your children that sticks and stones can break your bones, but names will never hurt you? Because we have raised a generation now of these kids that, oh my gosh, hateful speech, hurtful speech. The world is hurtful. Okay? Wait till the first time someone shoots at you. All right? Wait till a bullet whizzes by your head. You talking about your hurt feelings? No. Things get real in this world sometimes. All right? And we are raising children that we are more interested in how they vote than are they a developed human being. Do they have character? All right? Can they add to society? What do they bring to the table? Nothing but a vote and wokeness. Now we have to take care of these children because they're not capable of taking care of themselves. How is this a Christian thing to do? Ask yourself.
Yeah, I mean.
Anyways,
look, can we go back and clean up the past?
Nope.
No, it's done and over with. What we can do is make sure there are future generations don't have to pay as high price. Okay.
Yeah.
There is a whole generation of human beings that were never given a chance to survive.
Right.
Because we decided
we
Christians walked away from our our duty to defend the
and let me tell you something. Any talk whatsoever about sex, gender, trans pride, no. If you're a teacher and you talk about any of this in class, you're a pedophile. In my opinion, you should be arrested and you should be put underneath the jail. This doesn't belong in our grade schools. middle schools, high schools. It doesn't belong. All right? No. Sex and this rainbow flags, which, by the way, the rainbow is a promise from Christ never to destroy the human race by water again. That's it. All right? You guys like to hijack symbols. But no, this doesn't belong in the schools. And by God, we need to get it out of there. We have to take the schools back to protect not only our children, to protect America itself. We cannot keep raising worthless people that can't take care of themselves. We can't keep raising people that feel like because the color of their skin or their sexual orientation that they are owed something. That's not, we cannot survive divided into all these little groups. And that's just a fact in my opinion.
I mean, Christians, we need to wake up
Yes.
and see the past. England is a mess.
Whoa, all of Europe.
A woke mess.
Except Poland.
And here's what happened in there. Where we are, they were.
Yep.
Okay? They started with this false teachings from the Bible. False teachings in Christianity about how this world is going to end when Jesus comes a second time. So don't worry about it. White Polish brass in a sinking ship. And this is what they got.
Yeah.
Woke, liberal society that can't take care of itself.
Correct.
This is what our future, England is our future if we don't change our ways as Christians and start teaching properly from the Bible to our children. The fact that this world is here to stay for a very, 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 very long time. And so we need to get it together for our future generations.
Absolutely. But, we cannot look, why are they letting all these people across the border? Well, it's very simple. For one, I believe, and this is the truth of the matter, in my opinion, one, they're not vaccinated, so they're healthy.
Yeah.
Two, they're going to replace all the special interest voters, okay? You guys got too expensive. And you can see at college campuses now, they're stopping this DEI thing. And in my opinion, that's the most divisive program that ever existed. And they created racism. And they've created generations of people that believe in it. But if you look and see what's happening, kids, this world is yours. And look, it's going to turn on you. It's not turning on me. I'm an old man. I live in the country. There is an infestation of craziness in some of these big cities.
Yeah.
All right?
And,
But, God's will be done. So, whatever.
Here, I'll say this last thing.
Yeah, because this is going to be like 17 hours.
No, but this is it, though, for me. Let me tell you something, friends. You cannot change the past, but you can certainly change the future.
Yes, you can.
And whatever you do today in the present will make the difference in the future. Just wake up, teach your kids, pull them out of school if they're young, and figure out how to do it, because that is the biggest brainwash right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And let me try to help. If any of you guys, college kids, I know you're probably steaming if you're watching this, but let me explain something to you. And this is a fact of life. No one owes you respect. No one. Your character, how you handle yourself, the work you do, your work ethics, that's what defines you. When I joined the military at 17 years old, I was worthless, and they let us know it. How did I get respect? I did my job. I did more than I was asked to do. I got rank. I stayed in time. I stayed out of trouble. I made people respect me. Why? Because I was better than them. Mm-hmm. But you guys, you have nothing in you to offer a healthy society. You're dead weight. You won't even pay your school loan. You signed a contract saying, yes, I will pay this back. And you lied.
Now, And I'll give you a super quick example. I was listening to this guy podcast, and he said, you have this rush right now of all these businesses. They only want to hire part-time employees because they want to save money on health insurance.
Yep.
So what he did, he got himself hired on as part-time in one of those grocery stores, whatever. He did a really, really good job. And then when there was an opening somewhere else, he went and applied for it. And they said, we only have part-time. And he says, oh, no, thank you. I need full-time. And they said, well, wait a minute. Let me see where you worked before. Well, I worked at this store and I worked for this long in this store. They're like, okay, we can offer you full-time.
Right.
You need to have something to offer.
Yes.
Okay, some sort of experience behind you to offer, so people can say, "Oh yeah, he's worth the full-time employee and the benefits and everything else." Don't believe the lie where they say that nobody wants to hire anybody full-time anymore. You have to make yourself worthy of it.
And look, this is not a message of hate. This is a message of hope.
Yeah.
All right. All of this can be fixed.
Yes.
But we have to get out of all these, the LGBT community, this community, that community. No, we're all Americans. The Democrats, when's the last time you saw a Democrat say, God bless America?
Yeah.
Ask yourself. No. Why? Because they want to keep us divided. This was Barack Obama's plan. Keep them all divided into little groups and throw crumbs to each group like you support them. That way, each one of these groups is going to vote for you, knowing that you're never going to do anything, but they hope you will.
Yeah.
I can't survive without all of this special privileges. That's not true. No one is better than anybody in this country. And let me tell you something. Every race on earth has had slavery. Every race on earth has been enslaved. You should read about the white slavery, all right, in the Mediterranean and the Ottoman Empire. You should read about it. It was way more brutal than anything that happened here in the United States. The difference is they've told you you were special, and they told you that you should get something out of it just because you're black. Now, you got to understand, most black people in this country were not ever. Their ancestors were never slaves. Yeah. I mean, you got people in this country that you call black that aren't. Yeah. But anyway.
At any rate, friends.
This is a message of hope. God bless.
God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Are we done?
You gotta turn it on.
Oh, yes. Here we go.